Divine Feminine has realised that maybe some of her feelings towards her Divine Masculine have changed or altered in some way. So she is now distancing herself and focusing on a new path that she wants newness in her life. She wants to create a new foundation for herself, and she feels her Divine Masculine has not done enough to come forward. He's still in the shadows and he doesn't look like he's doing any work on himself, and this is really off-putting to Divine Feminine. It will be a new year soon, bringing in new blessings. 2026 is the feminine's year. She feels like new things are going to come her way to make her happy after a long period of finding herself. And the masculine has never really been very romantic towards the feminine. He has maybe showed her a few instances that he can be romantic, so she always held on to the hope that he would be special for her. However, recently he has not had the time or energy or even patience in his own life to become a romantic being. He has been in fight or flight mode. He has not really shown anything of himself that is desirable to the feminine. I do feel like he has been too much focused on his material world and trying to be a man, trying to have money, but it has just backfired because he hasn't been showing his authentic self and dealing with his true love. He hasn't faced his shadows, and Spirit has been punishing the masculine. Spirit knows that he has not been living in his authenticity. He's almost hiding away from his true self, and no one can thrive in that energy. It is a very weird stage for the masculine now, as he knows his feminine has moved forward with her life. She is no longer sitting in the same energy of potentially waiting for him or wondering what he's up to or why he hasn't reached out. She has cut the cords energetically, and he can feel that strongly. He doesn't really know where he stands with her at all now, so he keeps his distance because he's scared to embarrass himself, and it feels weird. He feels like a coward. And he also feels like it has been too long and feels like it's such a weird energy coming from the feminine. He doesn't trust this energy and he doesn't feel safe. He feels like she has released him, and he knows that she could potentially be dating or wanting to meet someone new. He also feels that he wishes to communicate with the feminine, and she also wishes that he would communicate. However, he knows the communication will not be what he wants. It'll be more than likely the feminine telling him that she has finally moved on, or she is about to embark on a new journey without him. The feminine is feeling optimistic about her future. In her energy, I can see that she has options. In love, she might not be happy with the past options. She won't be happy with her twin flame currently, and she may be hesitant to date new people, as she has grown so much and developed herself that she almost feels like protecting her peace is the only way forward. A lot of people seem to be on a low vibrational energy and low vibrational paths and have bad energy because the feminine is an empath and other people's energy affect her on a deep level. So she will struggle to adapt around certain energies and refuses to be around them completely. Unless a person in the feminine's energy is life altering and they're elevating and doing better things, or they want better for themselves, Divine Feminine simply will not be around these people. She can't tolerate them. Whereas the masculine seems to still hang around with low vibrational people, he can't seem to distinguish between those energies. He doesn't know whether he should mix with people or not. The masculine knows the energy his Divine Feminine holds is sacred and different, and he has never experienced anything like her since meeting her. He has been having conversations with other people lately and feeling very bored. His mind is not stimulated. He has no one in his life at this time that is offering him the excitement. This makes him desire and want the feminine more. However, he knows that she could easily attract a better partner, more suitable to her, that offers her great conversation, doesn't shut her out, and makes her feel whole. The masculine feels like he lacked a lot of accountability, and he never told the truth. In fact, he still lies to the feminine to protect her feelings sometimes. I can see the feminines are very focused on their finances. Also, Spirit has shown me that she is focused on one specific goal. She is also racing against the clock to make money. She may be playing games on her phone that she was recommended from a friend to help her with some extra cash to benefit her life in some way. She could be trying to accomplish multiple side hustles and stay on the right path financially to pay off any remaining debt that she has. And in the back of her head, this will also clear the way for her twin flame relationship to truly manifest. She feels money has been one of these major blockages and one of her downfalls. She feels once she has this sorted, everything else will fall into place naturally, including love. With both the twins focusing heavily on their material world, I can see Spirit showing me multiple images of different cars, different travel destinations, clothes, pregnancies, fertility, homes and money. And it suggests that in the new year, starting 2026, both the feminine and the masculine have both set their vision board and are both manifesting fresh starts in their lives with blessings, financial gain and good luck. I can see, even though the feminine doesn't know whether she actually wants to progress with her masculine or not, whenever she tries to talk to someone new or give them a chance, she finds out suddenly why she doesn't date in the first place. I can see the feminine discovering many red flags with someone new that she is potentially talking to. She tries to give this person the benefit of the doubt. However, she can't lie to herself. She knows what Spirit is trying to tell her. She gets signs and synchronicities, and she knows herself. Ultimately, whenever she does try and move on, there's always something deep down inside of her that tells her she should really just contact her masculine and have a conversation. But she can't, and she holds back. She knows it's not right to do that. She knows that he has lessons still to learn. She has a lot of self-respect for herself, and ultimately it's his job to come back and express to her the truth and inform her of what's been going on and what he's been up to in the time apart, to better himself before she ever gives him the chance again to be in union. Divine Masculine is not entertaining anyone new. He struggles to build intimate relationships based on trust because he doesn't trust himself. If he does ever speak to anyone, it's not meaningful. It doesn't hold much weight for him. He finds it difficult to connect with people. I can see that there has been multiple women that have approached the masculine and been very forward with him. They could have asked him for something or been very domineering and dominating, and he has basically left them on red. These women have wondered why and questioned him, and he has not responded. I can see that he compares women to the feminine a lot. He recalls a lot of life lessons he has learned from the feminine. He thinks of the times that she used to talk to him and put him on game, tell him how women think and feel and what to avoid, and he has learned a lot from her. He feels that there is no comparison at this time. He looks around him and looks at the potential options, and he finds no luck. He has had a deep realization recently that no matter what, the person that his true feelings with are divine feminine. The realization makes him feel sad, as he is not currently with her. He has possibly not contacted her in a while, or he has been very flighty and mysterious. He now feels that the feminine does not trust him at all. There has been a large gap between the pair talking, and he feels that she is a total new person now and maybe won't even find him attractive anymore. With age, a lot of physical changes could happen with both the feminine and the masculine. Spirit has shown me someone young, symbolised as a childlike person with very youthful skin, and then an elderly person with wrinkled skin. And what they are trying to show me is that no matter how many years pass, how much time has gone past, no matter if you age or you gain weight, or you lose weight, whatever the case may be, in the twin flame dynamic, your true twin will always radiate back to you and find you attractive and see the look in your eyes in the same way they did in the beginning. Spirit is letting me know that the masculine has been having feelings of guilt and shame to do with his appearance lately. Weirdly enough, he is more self-conscious than ever, and I don't know why this would be, but he is suffering from low self-esteem, and he could feel nervous. And if the feminine was ever to reach out to him just to be kind, he suffers with more internal feelings And he knows that the feminine knows this about him. She knows that he is very introverted at times. He maybe builds up a lot of unsaid words in his head and then explodes after months. He almost waits for his feminine to make the first conversation attempt and then ask him questions to then answer them. And he feels emasculated when he has to come to her first to discuss something that has been bothering him for quite some time. The feminine is really torn at this time, and she feels like it's been more than enough time where she has worked on herself and she's been alone. She's not really had any interactions with many people. She now wants to venture out into the big wide world with confidence. She feels grounded and she knows what she wants now. She knows what people she needs around her, and she feels like something new might happen, and Spirit is nudging her and pushing her into this direction. As not only will it help things between her dynamic with her twin, it will help her discover more of herself. Moving forward does not have to come with guilt or shame on the twin flame journey. You can meet your twin and separate from them. Whilst you're separated, you might meet multiple different people. You might get married, you could have children, or you could just stay alone. But each journey is different. However, what I'm saying is sometimes to embark on something new in the separation period should not come with any stress or worry about how your twin would feel about that. Any person that comes along is either there for a season or a reason, a lesson or a blessing, but they all essentially bring you back to yourself and then your twin. Spirit wants Divine Feminine specifically to focus on her endeavours. She is going to be successful in whatever she puts her mind to next year. Spirit is also showing the feminine that it's okay to move forward and think about yourself, be selfish. You don't necessarily have to discuss moving on with your twin or ask their permission for anything. Essentially, just because you have the strong special bond with your twin doesn't mean that you can't live the way that you want to, especially if you're in separation and you haven't heard from your twin in a long time. They are essentially learning their own lessons and need to go through this phase of their own too on their own. Spirit is then wanting the masculine to find his inner voice, reach into his inner child and ask what needs to be healed. Work hard on healing these issues step by step. And Spirit wants Divine Masculine to reach out and to make contact to people who he needs to make amends with, whether that be friends, family or his twin. There is unfortunately a lot of bad karma attached to the masculine at this time, and it's because even though he knows he could have acted incorrectly, he doesn't go back and rectify it or apologise or have any accountability at all. So Spirit attaches the bad karma to teach him a lesson. The list is getting longer of the bad karma that he has to fight against, which makes his life even harder, so he is stuck in a loop at this time. Spirit is also showing me neck pain, back pain. The collective could be feeling very lethargic and suffer from pains in the body. This is past energy still in your body, trying to remove itself from your body. A brand new cycle is emerging, and I can see twins especially that met in 2018 or specifically separated in 2020 are going through a whole new phase of the twin flame journey. They are done repeating the same cycles. They are moving into the unknown. And it is exciting yet nerve-wracking. But they both feel it. Anything could happen. I can see in the next coming weeks that the masculine is almost expecting a phone call or a text from his counterpart. He feels there is just something that is left on the side, and he prays and manifests that his feminine is going to reach out to him so that they can have this long-awaited chat. I can see the feminine pondering over what really needs to be said. She could reach out to him, but she could not. She may choose to continue on this journey alone, work more on herself and become more self-sufficient. For now, I can see that she's leaving the journey behind. She feels that this is something that she's got to do to respect herself. She is choosing a different route for herself this time, and she is ultimately choosing herself. And once the feminine chooses herself completely over any other option or person in her life, she is choosing to reunite with her true twin. This brings union closer than ever. And I can see Spirit has divinely protected her journey so far and will continue to do so, and all comes down to timing. Always leave the house looking and feeling your ultimate best, as you never know who you're going to bump into. Always expect the unexpected. Show up as your best self. And I am getting a nervous feeling and intuitively and spiritually guided to say that I feel you might catch a train one day or be somewhere that you don't expect your masculine to be, and you'll just be there. So Spirit is trying to put all the twins in the same place at the same time. And this might be something that will shock you in the coming weeks. It's like you don't have a plan or a meeting in place or to communicate at all, but you'll end up in the same place. Like, share and subscribe for more messages direct from Spirit.